Original King Julian on the case, man. I love how all the girls move their body. And when you move your body, you don't move it nice and sweet and sassy, alright? Woman, you're cute, and you don't need no makeup. Original cute body makeup on model. Woman, you're cute, and you don't need no makeup. Original cute body makeup on model. Woman, physically fit, physically fit, physically fit. Woman, physically fit, physically fit, physically fit. Woman, nice, freak, fantastic. Big body ocean is a big Titanic. Woman, a nice, sweet, energetic. Big body ocean is a big Titanic. Woman, a nice, freak, fantastic. Body ocean is a big Titanic. Woman, a nice, sweet, fantastic. Big body ocean is a big Titanic. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it, move it, move it.
All right, everybody, let's get ready to rumble.
Woman, you cute, and you don't need no makeup. Original cute body makeup on model. Woman, you cute, and you don't need no makeup. Original cute body
tag
makeup
your
on model.
friends, let them know we're here, let them know how to find us.
Like your eyebrow, when you face a big on, but up like your lipstick. When you face a big on, but up, woman, you nice bright face, and you nice hips, make man sick, and bust them lip. Woman, you're nice, and you don't get thick. Rich about the ocean and the big tight, and woman, you nice bright face, and you nice hips, make man sick, and bust them lip. Woman, you're nice, and you don't get thick.
See what it's all about. It's a great place to invite them to be here too. Okay. Make sure you're letting Charlie know you're here. Hey, Celia. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Jen.
Did I? Have I done I? Did I do I like? I like. Wait, what about we? They did they as well. Okay.
All right, guys. I want to know. Tell me something good. Tell me what's happening. What have you been doing this week? What did you do to grow your business?
We like to move it. Wait, there's got to be another one. We see us. Oh, us? Can you do us like to? Us like to move it. That's the one. Us like to move it. Us like to move it. Us like to move it. Okay, then. While you're here, I just want to tell you a little story. It's not a story that my daddy
I do want to tell
me.
you a story. Let me go ahead and turn this music down.
I was born.
All right, guys, I want to tell you a story. I want to tell you a story about successful people. That's the people that are here watching us tonight. And that's why it's so important that you tag your friends and get them on over here so that they too can be learning and finding out all kinds of cool stuff. I see some great things happening right now. Over there, I see, so let's see, what are we going to do? I see somebody, I'm not sure who it is because looks like Bonnie Brown. Bonnie, you got to give StreamYard permission so that they can see your name. You go streamyard.com/Facebook, you give permission so we know it's you. I have to look at a different screen to be able to tell that. And Dana, I'm so glad you said that you're excited about Thursday. I am too. We're going to talk about that. If you have not yet registered, still time for you to do that. Not sure who this, there we go. Yay. Okay. And so there we go. I have somebody that is Talk Tupperware every chance they've had it. Their son's wedding this weekend. That is wonderful. I'm trying to see who that was. That was Kathy. Kathy, very good of you. I'm so excited that you stepped outside your comfort zone like that. That's an awesome stuff to do. And looking for some of the other fun stuff people did. I'm going to go check out those wedding pictures. I haven't had a chance to be on Facebook much for those kinds of things this past week either. But it's great to see all of you coming on. I saw somebody sold 3 surprise packs. Excellent. Always great to see these great things that you're doing in your business. So welcome, everybody. It is Move It Monday. It's our time to come together to talk about ways to grow our business, to lift each other up, to celebrate. We used to have a saying that, we used to call our meetings, when I first started, they were called assemblies, and then we changed them to rallies. And so what we try to focus on when we come to these. There was an old saying that used to say, if you had a great week, if you had a bad week, you need rally. You need to come because it's going to give you the lift. And if you had a great week, you need to come because you're there to give something to the people who need the lift. So we all come together. We all have something to share. We all have something to gain by being here together. Because even if we had a great week, we can learn new things. And that's really what it's all about. Always being open to learning new things and to spreading our wings and learning and growing together as a team. All right, so I want to start us off tonight with a quote, as I always do. And tonight is a very special one, discipline. It's all about discipline. And discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. All right, and the reason that I want to bring that one up tonight is because I was having a conversation with one of our ladies tonight. You're going to get to hear from her in just a little bit tonight. But she had seen a post somewhere on Facebook. And one of the things that direct sales companies, if they want to be transparent and if they want to, they don't, it's very important that any company that's putting themselves out there doesn't misrepresent the possibilities of what you can do in your Tupperware business or any business in a direct sales business. So sometimes you'll hear direct sales companies talk about how much money everybody makes. And the reality is everybody doesn't make that kind of money. And so it's important that you know, well, what's out there. Well, one of the things that a company will do so that they are very transparent is they'll say, okay, well, consultants, that's all of the people, that come into this business. Out of all of those consultants, there's this many of them that sell this much and therefore make this much money. And then it takes it along the career path, because we have a career path, right? We have, the more you sell and the more you bring people in, you build your business level, your title level, you give yourself a promotion to a bigger earning opportunity. So you have your managers and your star managers and your executive managers, and you have your directors and you have your star directors, which are organization leaders, and so on and so forth all the way up. And the percentage of people, obviously, who are at the higher levels is very much smaller. And so you show, well, we have, I'm going to just say we have 10 people at this level. And of those 10, the 10 people that are at that level, they average making this much money. But we have 300 people at this level, and the average earnings of that group is this much, which is less. Okay. So I'm saying this because this gets why I want to talk about discipline tonight. So one of the statistics that it showed is that in direct sales as a whole, usually only about 30% of the people ever really make some money. In Tupperware, they, about it probably 50% of the people who come into this business never really make money. There's a couple of reasons for that. Some of them come in to just be a shopper, so they don't plan to make money. They don't plan to do very much. They buy what they want and they've got their discount. Some of you came in for that reason, but see, you've seen something else that can happen. You've seen that, gosh, not only am I able to get a discount, but if I sell it to somebody else, I can actually make some money. And so you've stuck around. And it's the people who stick around that really are the ones that it makes a difference. And so you can't look at the number of saying, oh, well, 50% of the people who sell Tupperware don't make money. That is absolutely true. And we're not ever saying that everybody makes money. What we're saying is that if you come into this business and you work it, you will make money. And that's really where the discipline is, because we always say you can work full-time, you can work part-time, but you got to work sometime. And if you're only putting, an hour a month in your business, you're probably not going to make any money. But if you were to put an hour a day into your business, I can almost promise you that you're going to make money. And I'm not even talking a lot of time. Am I 1 hour a day to be able to do that? But see, this is where discipline is so important. Discipline is the bridge between our goals. These are what I want. And then where, actually achieving the things we want. So discipline is the bridge between our goals and achieving them, because it's what makes us show up and do the work, because it's not always easy. In fact, another one of the things that many of you've heard me say, if you've been around me any at all, I always say, this business is not easy, but it is simple. And what that means is you have to put in the work. You have to give yourself, you have to be willing to do the things that are difficult so that you can get to the other side of it where things are less difficult. And discipline is where you do the work. It's where you give yourself the permission to keep working at it, even when you don't see the results right that minute. Another way of looking at things, and I've thought this is so funny. It's like we're always torn between, like we're in this struggle between bad habits and good habits, right? And bad habits are actually really easy to form because, let's think about, overeating, not working out, not exercising, eating lots of candy, eating foods that are not good for you. Those are things that are easy to do. It's much easier to put on weight than to lose weight, right? So bad habits are easy to form, but they're hard to live with because if we don't eat well, then our bodies take a toll. If we don't exercise, our bodies give out on us. If we don't show up for work, we don't make results. On the flip side of that, good habits are hard to form, but they're easy to live by. Getting up every day, going to the gym, doing your workouts, if you haven't done it for a while, it's hard. It is hard to do. It's got, it takes a lot of effort to do those things. But the thing is that once we get into that habit, we get up, we go do the work, we do it and we do it and we do it. Suddenly it becomes easy. Then I don't want to miss it because I feel better. My body feels better. My attitude is better. And it's the same thing in our business. I've always said it's a lot harder to get where you want to go than it is to stay where you want to be. So that's why I think discipline has got to be key. Rule number one for all of us. It's that secret sauce that's going to help you be successful. And you've got to be able to do the things that will make you successful. And it's not, most people fail in this business, not because they can't do the work. It's because they choose to not do the work. They don't show up. And you guys are here tonight. You are showing up. That tells me you want success. That tells me you're willing to do the work. And the key to this is you're going to take the things that you learned tonight. You're going to grab your pen. You're going to grab your piece of paper, because I always say, if you ink it, you think it. You're going to take notes about things we talk about tonight. And then you're going to decide, how will I make this work for me? We're not all the same. We all have an opportunity to do the same business, but we get to do it in different ways that work for each and every one of us. So I really want you to think about that as we go through that tonight. So are you ready? Yes? Are you ready to make some big things happen? Yes, because it's Yes-vember, right? It is Yes-vember. And it's the time that we're going to really focus on all the things that we're saying yes to, not the things we're saying no to. So when we say yes to booking and holding parties, that means we cannot not ask. So we don't say no to the people who are going to tell me no. We don't say I'm not going to do it because people are going to tell me no. We say yes, I'm going to make the effort, because if I make the effort, if I am disciplined to do it every day, if I'm disciplined to spend 1 hour every day, or I'm disciplined to spend 5 hours every day, however you choose to work your business, but you have to know what it is you want to do. And the things that we want to do every single day, write this down, is that I must talk to people every day. Now, that doesn't mean you have to physically see them face to face, but that's a great way to do it. Doesn't mean you have to pick up the phone and call them, but that's also a great way to do it. But I have to make the effort to connect to people. That doesn't mean just posting on my page. That's an advertisement. To connect is a two-way street. That means that I message somebody, and I message somebody else, and I message somebody else, and I message somebody else. I call somebody, I call somebody, I call somebody. I speak to somebody, I speak to somebody, I speak to somebody. And as I do that, somebody is going to respond. I might have to ask 5. I might have to reach out to 10. I might have to reach out to 20. But whatever number it is, if I am disciplined, I will make the effort until I get the result that I'm looking for, a connection. Now, how many connections do I have to make before someone says yes to having a party, to say yes to joining your team? It might take 10, it might take 20, it might take 50. But you know what? If this is my goal, this is where I want to be, I'm going to be willing to do the work to get me there. Because if I say yes to that effort, if I say yes to adding more parties and to selling more products, then I will say yes to making more money. Because those people who show up and hold parties and sell Tupperware are the ones who make money. I also want to be talking to people about joining the business by sharing the opportunity with other people, because if I do that, I am helping change their life. See, if I don't ask people to join my team, I am making a decision. I am saying, I am the smartest person around, and I believe you are not worthy of selling Tupperware. What if somebody had said that to you guys? What if somebody had said, I'm sorry, we don't want you in Tupperware? You wouldn't be here right now. You wouldn't be giving yourself this opportunity to improve and to grow and to build a successful business. Because see, I've done this for 43 years. And yes, I have been terrible at it at times. And I learned by doing the work, by disciplining myself to make a certain number of contacts every day, to ask people to date parties, to try to overcome their objections when they say no, to ask people to join my team, to offer it to everybody that crosses my path, and not make that decision, oh no, they won't have a party. Oh no, they don't want to buy Tupperware. Oh no, they would never want to sell Tupperware. By not making those kind of decisions, then what I have done is I've built a successful business that has lasted me for 43 years. For Charlie, he quit his full-time job to come into this with me. So 33 years we've worked together on this. You cannot both quit full-time jobs to do this if you can't make money. So yes, you can. And there's not one thing about me that is any different than any of you. I do not have any magic sauce that means that whatever I do is going to work and what you do doesn't. What it means is that I am just disciplined to show up and do the work, and to postpone the immediate things that I want for the things that I want in the long term. It means I may have to get up an hour earlier. It may mean I have to forego sitting and watching TV. It may mean that I have to not be involved in this thing over here because I want this thing over here to be bigger and better. And by doing that, you move up a level. So right now in the chat, guys, tell me, what are you saying yes to? Tell me what your dream is. Tell me where your goal is. Tell me what, if you had the magic sauce and you could be where you want to be in this business, I want you to put that in the chat right now, because that is the first step. That is giving you a benchmark. That is showing you where you have the possibility to go. Because what the mind can conceive of, then the body can achieve. We have to be able to see what we want so we can build a pathway to get there. So the first thing, just go ahead in the chat. Tell me where you want to go in your business. Tell me what you want to have from your business, and be very specific about it. Don't just say, I want to make money. How much money? How much money do you want to make this month? How much money do you want to make in the next 2 weeks? How much money do you want to make, this week? Where do you want to be by the end of this year? When you go into 2024, what more do you want? Where do you want to be? I want to be a manager. I want to have a team with 10 people on it. I want to have 20 parties in my date book. What is it? Be specific. This is so important. You can even take it a year from now, because goals happen because we want to be here. Now, I saw somebody said, I want to go to the top. What is the top? For you, what is the top? Do you even know what the top is? Because the reality is there's no limit. in this business. I want to be a manager. I want to be a star manager. I want to be an executive manager. I want to be a director. I want to be an org leader. I want to have $1 million team. I want to have a team with 200 people. Be specific. What's it going to take for you to be where you want to be? Okay. So put that in the chat, because I'm going to, over these next few weeks, I'm going to teach you how to be where you want to be, but you have to know where you want to be first. And so that is going to be the key thing, putting that down so you know. Now, I see several of you are talking about, I want to move up, and we're going to talk about that's where you can be by that, okay, and what it's going to take for you to be there. Once we have where we want to go and we put it into a time frame. So I want to do this in the next 2 weeks. I want to do this in the next 6 weeks. I want to be here in the next 3 months. I want to be here in the next year. Put those things down, write it like a timeline. Here, 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 and here, okay? And then you kind of back it up, because see, you look at it, to get here, I got to go through these steps. You can't just say, well, I want to be here, and without doing the other pieces. So you got to put it in an order of what it takes to get from one to the other. And then you go, okay, well, what's it going to take for me to do that? If your goal that you said is that I want to make, $500 before the end of the year, or in the next 4 weeks, or the next 3 weeks, or whatever number that it is, you got to figure out, well, what do I have to do to make that kind of money? How much do I have to sell to make that kind of money? So if you want to make $500, we make 25%. So you do the math. That means that you would need to sell $2,000. To make $500, you got to sell $2,000. That's 25% of that. However, we do get a bonus in there. So really and truly, if you sold $2,000, you wouldn't just make $500, you make $600. Okay. But then you say, okay, well, that's my goal. I got to sell $2,000. Then how am I going to sell $2,000? Well, if I hold 4 parties that are $500 each, then I'll sell $2,000. So I'm going to start working on getting 4 parties. Well, how am I going to get 4 parties? Well, I've got to ask some people. How many people do I have to ask? I have to ask 5 people, 6 people, 8 people, 10 people. This is the process. This is the discipline. This is what it takes to get where you want to go in this business. Okay? So this is the things, guys. I want you to start looking at your business like a business, start treating it like a business, and start treating yourself like the most valuable employee that you have in your company. The one who shows up early every day, the one who works as hard as they can and doesn't let life distract them, the one who accepts the challenges, and the one that you would never, ever want to let go of. You want to be that employee, okay? All right. So as you know, last week I shared with you, we have this goal that we're aiming for. And I'm never going to ask you to do something that I'm not willing to be out here doing. I've been booking parties myself, because I'm not going to ask you guys to all add an extra party to help us make this goal if I'm not going to do it myself. I added another party last night that's going on this week. I've got one that's going to be this Saturday in person. I've got another one that I started a catalog show, because she's not on Facebook. She doesn't want to do a Zoom. She didn't want to do an in-home. So I asked her to take catalogs. So she's doing that. I've been talking to people about joining, because I want us to have more people working. So, but what I'm willing to do to get to this goal is to help you succeed so you can make money. And I'm willing to give away prizes. So what we've set up, this is our goal. We need $203,000 before the end of the year. In the next 6 weeks, this is what we got to do. 203,000. Now I know Christmas is in there, Thanksgiving is in there, which means we really want to narrow the vision down and really try to get this done by December 20th. That's the goal. We want this out of the way by December 20th, so we all are happy campers, okay? And I'm willing to give away prizes for us to do that, because I'm not above bribing you guys to work. If you don't want to work for your own money, then work to get some of my prizes. All right. So every $7,000, I am putting a prize, something very fun and cool, in a thing for a drawing. And so in for the drawing. And then every time that we hit 28,000, we're going to give away whatever's in there. So 7 into 20, that's at least 4 gifts. At 28,000, we'll give those 4 away. We'll keep it going. Every time we hit 7, we'll do another, we'll give another, and we'll do this all the way until we make our goal. And when we make our goal, we're going to give away $500. And that's why I want to do it by December 20th, because that's going to give you money to use at Christmas. All right. So we just kicked this off, and I'm going ahead and we kicked it off like really on Saturday. And the goal was for Sunday to have 7,000. We did not quite make that goal, guys. We did not make that goal. And so we got today. We have yet to hit 7,000. We're almost there so it's been almost 48 hours. We haven't hit the 7,000 yet, which means we're a little behind already. But I know we can catch up, and I know we can pull together and do this, because we're going to have a big week of parties this week. But I figured, well, we could still give something away. So I have the list of everybody who has put in sales this week, okay? And I'm pulling them up right now. And as you know, you have to be present on the live right now for us to do this, okay? So here's the list of everybody who has placed an order this week. Now, I like to keep things immediate, because this is where we're at. This is where we need. And this is kind of the way it's going to work. So every time we hit 7, as I said, I'm putting a gift in there. Every time we hit 28, I'm going to put everybody's name. I'm going to come to you. We're going to do a drawing. We're going to give a prize away. In those cases, it's going to be whoever wins is going to get the gifts. It doesn't have to be part of our Move It Monday. But tonight, you have to be present to win. Okay, so here we go. Let's find out if they're here. Now, let me make sure. Have you put your name in the chat? Does Charlie know that you're here? Because if Charlie doesn't know that you're here, he won't be able to tell me that you're here. Okay. So he's watching everybody. He sees who's here. You've told him. So make sure that you said, Charlie, it's me. Donna, Charlie, it's me. Vanessa, Charlie, it's me. So he knows that you're here, because we're going to find out who's going to be our winner. Are you ready? Are you ready? Say yes, because it's Yes-vember. All right. Yes, yes, yes. It's going to be me. Here we go. Bum, ba-da, bum, ba-da, bum, ba-da, bum, bum, ba-da, bum. And the winner is Donna Jo Wilkinson. Donna Jo. Is Donna Jo here, Charlie Brown? Donna Jo is on. Yay. Congratulations. Boy, that's a first, isn't it, guys? First time that we've had the winner actually be on when we do the first drawing. And so I didn't have to do 4 or 5 or 10 drawings this time. So congratulations, Donna Jo. You'll be getting a gift from me. I've got these really cute little luggage tags that say Tupperware on them, so you can get ready to go on your trips. And I'm going to send a little something extra in there to take with you when you go on your trip. So you can, like have something to keep you nice and warm while you're traveling or whatever. So that's our winner for tonight for our activity drawing for tonight. But remember, I'm always adding new things, and we're going to have lots of new things to go. And I want to start coloring this thing in. So guys, how much do you think we can do by Wednesday? Do you think we can hit like move on up to that 14 level? Can we move on up to, could we get to 28 by Wednesday? I mean, we've got 2 more days, right? And we could date a lot of parties, and we can make a lot of things happen. But we'll find out. We've got all these great things right here that we're working with for the next 2 weeks. This is our November brochure items. We've been sharing some different things with you about those. You definitely want to be on the pop-up kitchen tomorrow night, because you're going to see a really, really cute use of the butter dish. And you know that those salt and pepper shakers and butter dishes are the bomb.com. Everybody loves them. I will tell you that the inventory of that is getting low, and that special probably will sell out before the end of the month. And that is, while we don't like when things sell out, it is a good thing, because it means that we've sold all of the inventory that we have. And we want to be able to do that, because you don't want to have leftover inventory. You want to sell out, because that means you did a great job. So we want to do a great job. The other one that is a really big one that I want you to really be thinking about promoting is the super cereal stores. Now they call them the pet food dispensers, but we know they're the super cereal stores. And you know, and that's why I've been sharing some different ideas with you guys on ways to promote it. We talked about the little flat out bowls. They're great little dishes for the, you know, water, but they're great to take to the movies with you for your popcorn, all those things. So the key to being successful at selling is you've got to show people all the things they can do with the containers. So these are some things you've still got to work with. Don't discount these, guys. Don't not talk about every single one of these. Find something fun and exciting to share about them. Go live, talk about it. Take pictures of it. If you've got samples of them, take live pictures. People want to see it in action, and share those with people. We also have our pre-Black Friday deals. Now, every Monday at noon Eastern time, every Thursday at noon Eastern time, there are going to be new specials. Some of these are very small quantities. They will sell out very fast. And once again, these are things that we have, that Tupperware has, and they're discounting those to help us get through, you know, because they've got the inventory. Let's say they've got 10,000 of this thing and they've got 5,000 of this thing, and they want to get them gone before the end of the year. So they're giving them to us to use to grow our business. They're willing to take a reduced profit from a company standpoint so that we can sell more and make 25% on everything that we sell, even when it's on sale. Now, today's special that I will say is the best one of them all is that can opener for $20. You've seen us use it in our pop-up kitchens. You know it is the best thing out there, that top lifter can opener. If you have one, go live. Show somebody how to open a can with it. If you don't, go find a picture of it, somebody else using it. Go find one of the videos where we've used it before. Share that with people, because that is a fantastic price for that. The other one that is an amazing price are those black cereal bowls. Guys, can you believe the set of 4 cereal bowls for $12? I mean, that's unheard of. Those are great for packaged up with little goodies to give us Christmas presents. Those are the ones that you would use to make personal pan chocolate pizzas. All right, I'm gonna share with you how to make chocolate pizza tomorrow night on the pop-up kitchen. So be sure that you're watching, because you'll know how to do that. But those are some great ones. Great price on the Vent and Serve. That's one of my favorite items. And of course, the surprise packs. And I'm so excited. Several of you shared. You used the idea that I had shared over the weekend about the Santa, using them as Santa packs, and how to use it that way to get it, and that you've had great success with that. These are amazing, these surprise packs. They've got such great stuff in them. So let's get them out there and let's sell them out. So they're good right now through through this week, while supplies last. We are getting low on those. I will give you an update on inventories, but I will tell you they're getting down to the 50 lower. They're like less than 50% of them left. So don't wait. Okay, get those out there. All right. And then, of course, this was the other one that we just added the other day. It is these amazing Christmas canisters. These only go until Wednesday. The set with the 2 pieces, the $44 set, is also getting low. So once again, promote these like crazy tonight and tomorrow, because you don't want them to sell out. And they're just so gorgeous. And there's people who collect these every single year. So make sure that you get them to the people who love those collectibles, because they can use them from year to year to year. All right. Tomorrow night, our pop-up kitchen is all about candy making. We've got some great recipes for you. You want to be sure and be a part of our pop-up kitchen group. And you want to be sure that you are sending personal invitations to people and inviting them to come join you in the group. And that's going to help you to grow your sales, because if they're on tomorrow night, then they're going to want to buy the things we're talking about, and that's going to grow your sales. And of course, when you have $250 in sales, some of you did it in October, you've already done November, you've got just 1 more month to go to get your fabulous cast iron skillet. Some of you are new, weren't here in October. Some of you just slightly missed it in October. You've got another chance, November, December, January, $250 or more in sales each month. means that you're on pace to get this unbelievable new product absolutely free. And of course, we have our 2-week sales challenge that's going on, started last week. We're coming into the end of the first week. Some of you have already qualified for this. You can earn 2 of these, and these trays are awesome. Everybody needs a tray. I don't know why people don't want more trays, because you can do a charcuterie on it. You can use them to serve with. They're a nice tablescape. You got to have those. And then, of course, for the month, we have this incredible pressure cooker that you can get for just $10. And what it takes is 5 parties of $500 that you sell. You're going to make money, and you're going to get your pressure cooker for $10. And we all need a pressure cooker in our life, right? Every one of us needs a pressure cooker, because you can't cook without it. It's just the best thing to have. So I want to ask you something. How many of you have a VIP group? How many of you have a VIP group that you invite people to be a part of? How often do you invite people to be a part of it? What do you post in your VIP group? How are you using your VIP group to grow your business, to connect with people, to get people to say yes to the product, yes to the party, yes to joining your team? Well, you know what, guys? I can tell you all the ways that I do it, and you're telling me some of the ways you're using it right now in the chat. But I have somebody that I've invited to talk with you tonight about this, because she has done such an incredible job at using her VIP group to grow her business. And I'll let her tell you a little bit about herself and how she does that. I'm going to welcome her onto the screen right now. Here she comes. There's Pam Stokes. Pam.
Hey, thank you, Marsha. Can you hear me okay?
We hear you great. And guys, all the way over in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Somebody's got to live the beach life other than
somebody's got to be a little envious tonight. But I'm going to turn it over to you. So take it away, Pam.
All right. It's been very interesting watching the comments. I've been behind the scenes, and I can see, your comments and things. And I see there's a great mix tonight of people that have been with the company a little bit and some new people. And, I hope that, I've got a little something in here for all of you. All right. First, I want to tell you a little bit, my name is Pam Stokes, and I joined this business when I was 28 years old. And I actually picked a phone up and called Tupperware and said, I'd like to have somebody come talk to me about joining the company. I was pregnant. I had just had my second child, didn't want to put them in daycare. We had 2 daycares where I lived, and neither one of them had the best reputation. I walked away from a job at the State Corporation Commission in Richmond, Virginia. I'd been there for 5 years, and this had to work. So either that, or I was going to have to go get one of them, 8-5 jobs again. So come a long way, baby, because we didn't have the technology that we do today. With that, I am older now, and we've gone through a lot of changes. And I think that the change that really brought the VIP to me anyway was when COVID. Thank God I had my VIP page instilled in my head and worked it before COVID hit, or, I'd have probably been dead in the water. I wouldn't have known, because I hadn't lived here that long. I hadn't, I've only been here in Myrtle Beach 6 years. So when I say build your VIP, I want you to put this mentality together. Facebook refers to their people that are on it as a community. And if you do something bad in their community, they slap you on the hand, they'll lock your account down, they'll do all of it. So if it's Facebook's community, then we're building your neighborhood within the community. Okay. It is your neighborhood, your VIP page. I want to encourage you all to make it your own. Make it kind of a signature thing. You can use what I use and just change the name if you want. It doesn't matter, because my people only see me. Your people will only see you. The name of my group is Pam's Plastic World. And I picked that because it's a signature. Whenever I thank them for anything that they've done as a group, and I'll tell you about some of the things in just a minute, I always go, thank you so much for being a big part of my big plastic world. So it's kind of a signature thing with me. It's kind of like trademarking me a little bit. So that's what they're used to, Pam's Plastic World. I also want to make sure that, you know, everybody has a nail lady, everybody has a hair lady. I want to make sure I am their Tupperware lady. So you want to do little things like that just to make sure, you know, every morning I go on every morning of my life and say good morning with a meme, you know, some kind of little thing. And my big signature thing with how I end that is always make sure you have a smile ready at all times, because even though you might need it, the person you're smiling at might. So I always use that. That's kind of like an ending to my good morning every day. If they don't hear good morning from me, I said, please send a 911 looking for me, because something's just not right. Because I do this all the time. Let's see, hold on. How do you get people to talk or reply to your posts? Okay. One of the things that you've got to work on, number one, is building. That is, you know how they say team count for us managers and above is king? Well, for everyone, your Facebook VIP numbers of how many people you have, that is king for you. I have Scan Me that's with me when I do an event. I have the link ready at all times. You want to build up. Where, you know, you've got your numbers up, and that's my top priority, is to build, the numbers up. And let me just tell you where I've gone, and maybe that'll answer some of these questions that are coming in. One of the things that I do is, with my health, I have some health issues where I used to be the event queen. I used to do a lot of events. That's how, I moved from Richmond to Florida, started my business over, made director again in Florida, moved from Florida to Myrtle Beach, made director again. And it was from seeing the people and building, I know the importance of building my neighborhood, building my community my neighborhood within the community. So with that being said, with some health issues, I can't go out in the thickness of the summer anymore. It was just a lot of things that I couldn't do. So if you see behind me, let me see if I can do that right there. That is where Studio 1A is. Every Wednesday, I do something called Work It Wednesday. And I have this little wire rack. I have a little black napkin, and it becomes the stage. And I put products on it, and I will put descriptions of my products on it. And my customers look for it because I do it every Wednesday between the hours of 10 and 12 and 2 and 5. I do not go live and talk because they're at work. Some of them are nurses. Some of them work in offices, and they can look at their phone and they can read what the description is. And I tell them the price, or, it could be what we've got on sale for Black Friday. It could be lots of different things. It could be doing my own event here instead of going out and paying for an event. But they will comment. Oh, we have conversations going. Sometimes they get into a little bidding war. It's kind of cute. And so I'll take notes and try to get more for them, put in a second order if I need to or whatever. But that is something that they look forward to. So I started implementing a class. And it's, I do class on the second Thursday of the month. And when I do that class on second Thursday of the month, I don't do my Work It Wednesday because I just don't want to overdo my welcome where they're all fussing at me on Messenger. We can do both. We like both, but I don't. I do 3 Work It Wednesdays now and 1, I'm seeing your post. Okay. Oh, I see. She's answering somebody. I'm trying to read and talk. I'm sorry. But I do a class. Now, the class that I did, the first class I did was on the stack cooker. The next month, I did it on tools, Pam's favorite kitchen tools. And I did a collage of pictures, and that's what I created the event. I create an event for my class. They have to tell me they want to come to class because I don't want to just invite. I want people that want to be there. I want people that want to learn. So with that being said, you have to do an event and then you invite the people. I work it through my Facebook VIP who wants to be invited. You must tell me, so I can invite you. And then I have a notebook and I keep up with everybody that says yes. And I am constantly working with them. And yes, it's the more you interact on your VIP, the more the algorithms and the more it lets people see things on there. And the third one I just did Thursday night was on the pressure cooker. Now, what I'd like to do tonight is kind of go over, I'm seeing a lot of things on consistent. Yes, if Marcia didn't do Move It Monday on Monday, she'd start to lose something. You have to be consistent with what you want to do. February will be 2 years that I've been doing Work It Wednesday. I created an album in my photos, and I've got all my little cute little Work It Wednesday memes and thank you for shopping with me, getting ready to go live, just like you do a Facebook party, the little things that they're used to seeing. So that they know that, it must be Wednesday, it's that consistency, and that's what they look for. It's kind of like teaching class, you want them to show up. So the classes that I'm doing this, like I said, this past week, for the month of November, I did the pressure cooker. And when I talk about doing these classes, I tell them I'm going to go over those things that if you have a catalog from me, you're just flipping the page. Do you know how many ice cream scoops, how many can openers, and how many knife sharpeners that we sold last month doing the class? I mean, I sold like 5 of each. And these are things that they just flip the pages because they have never been to a party. So I am turning that class. It fuels me and excites me because that's the only way I used to do my business, was to go into a living room. This is I get to educate. And I tell my team all the time, they tell me, Pam, you're so lucky. You could sell anything. I go, nope, I don't sell a thing. And I want you to understand that. You're not selling, you're educating. If they want to buy, they're going to buy when you do a class. If they want to buy, they'll buy. But I can't make anybody pull out money. I'm not that magical. I'm good, but not that good. But I can educate them. And that's what I do. I make them want it. Okay? Now, let me just tell you, how many of you, can you comment on here and let us know who has never had the pressure cooker? Don't own it. Don't know anything about it. But you see us talk about it. Does anybody on here not have it? I'm not seeing any typing. We'll see. Me. So see, we do have somebody that doesn't have it. All right. I want you to stop and think. This is me talking at my class. Okay. I want you to stop and think. Your mother, your grandmother, somebody had that metal one on the stove when you were a child, and it was going, and they were cooking, and they were making green beans, or they were making any kind of beans or beef or whatever they were cooking. And that pot, it just sounded, the only person that wasn't scared of that pressure cooker was grandma or mama, whoever was using it. Everybody else in the house just knew the rocket was going to go right off. Scared to death of it. All right. When I do my class, I tell them, please listen. You're not going to hear it going off in the back because we're not going to have it on the stove. It's going in the microwave. Okay. I take it and I show them that. Let me show you the security benefits of owning a pressure cooker. This is my original pressure cooker, by the way. This is the one that I got by going to a Jubilee when they introduced it. I pull it right out of my cabinet. Now, my camera's kind of up there. So what I want to do is, number one, show you the security features of it. The handle. Did you hear that? Let me do that again. You hear how loud that is? And this is me telling them that. I want them to hear it. I want it to be like I'm in their living room. All right, we're going to open this up. We're going to take the handle off. And then we're going to show them. There is right there. See that little arrow? Let me turn it around this way. There you go. There's an arrow. And then I show them just how wide this is. I mean, that's like 4 inches wide on each side, the handles. And what that does is you slide it around. And did you hear that? Let's try it again. That's pretty loud, isn't it? That's because it's locked into place. Now, you have your top and you have what I call the well. And just to show you the well, yeah, she's got some substance to her. She's made out of some resin and glass that are kind of, mixed together in there. Now, this is the neat part. Remember, I've taken the handle off. I want to show you the things that you need to look for. Number one is the gasket. The gasket is to be taken out after every time you use it, and you're to clean it. Put it in some hot sudsy water. You don't want to put this in the dishwasher. The heating element is going to dry it out, and it's going to cause it. You don't want it to dry, like crack or anything like that. So just put it down into hot sudsy water and wash it. You want to make sure this is good and clean. All right. Then it also has, this is what I call the indicator. And the indicator comes up and goes down. It's real wobbly unless it's under pressure. You're going to make sure you take that out. And when you take that out, you don't want to be around your sink, because the sink has got that thing, called the drain. And if it goes down the drain, it's gone. They will sell you these. But last time I looked, it was like $25. And you don't want to pay $25 just to get this. So be very careful with that little baby. And why am I taking it all apart? Because it's very important. Do you see that hole? See that? She's got to be cleaned. You got to make sure there's no buildup in there. And if you take and make sure there's no buildup in there and then push that right back, it goes so easy right back. And then you take the gasket and put it right back in there. It just fits. There's no special way. Then you're going to put it back on, and it goes right down. When I say it goes right down, it matches up with those little arrows on there, and you turn, and then we're going to put the handle right back. I'm going to have to set it down because it doesn't like this wire rack it's on. It's going to go down and there, and then it's ready to go in the microwave. Now, when I'm doing the class on the microwave, I hope you learned something. That way, and the little indicator is going to come up, and that means like you're going to cook it for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes tops. When that goes back down, then it's released its steam and it's ready to open up, and you will not get burned or get hurt. But while that is cooking, like I made potato soup, it took 20 minutes. So, I don't sing and dance very well to entertain them. So what I did was I went over some things that I was going to post after the class. And what I did was I did the creamy potato soup. All right. And I posted the recipe afterwards. I never give my meat and potatoes away before the class because I don't want them not to come. All right. I give them teasers. When I say that, remember it's an event. Remember how you post a Facebook party and you're doing little, things on there, your postings. My postings leading up to the class on the event are those little teasers to get them to come. Cute little pictures. After the class is when I do this. Okay. So I give them the recipe that we did. It's in the microwave cooking. Then I give them the tips that I just gave. That's on there too. I always tell them that I come with the product. I am one messenger away. I also go over the chart. And remember, I'm taking up 20 minutes. I'm doing the fast version. I go over the chart so they know how much to do for meat, beans, potatoes. You want mashed potatoes in 10 minutes? This is your girl. All right. Then I tell them, I go, you know what? I had that little picture. It says, what's for dinner tonight? Well, I do that one again. And then I show them, all the different things that they can do with like chicken, barbecue sauce, and then just adding extra things to change it up. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 recipes right there, just using chicken alone. And no, they don't have to eat chicken every night, but, every other night, maybe every 3 nights. Then I teach them how to build their own soup, how to pick just their protein out. After they pick the protein, then they pick out the grain, then they pick out the vegetable, then they pick out the flavoring, then they pick out what stock, the water, be it a vegetable, a beef, or chicken stock. And I teach them how to do that. You give them value for their time. But now this one right here, the Hawaiian chicken sliders, I cannot tell you, the ones that are on tonight, probably cannot tell you how many times we did this at homes, at parties. This was my favorite. This was my money maker right here, was the Hawaiian chicken sliders. I'm sorry. It is 4 to 6 chicken breast, a can of crushed pineapple, the 8 ounce. I'm talking and when you do this, you use Tupperware products. Don't be pulling out some old can opener. Order you up a new can opener. They're on sale right now. All right. So you do the can of crushed pineapple, the chicken, a bottle of barbecue sauce, and a half a cup of chicken broth. And you just dump. Seal it up, cook it for 20 minutes. It's done. So this is where you build, having this community yours. So I hope I gave you a couple of tips that you can use tonight. I'm sorry.
I will tell you, Pam, they are loving everything that you shared. And yes, Pam will share with you guys those forms, those little pieces that she was showing you. But I think that the key thing I want you all to take about this is that it's the consistency, right? Yeah. She shows up. They know what to expect. She has built this following, and she shows up every day. She says hello to them every day. They look for her, and what she's doing is giving the value. And I loved what she said. I'm not trying to sell people anything. I'm just here to provide information. What you do is by educating them, they're going to buy. They're going to want to buy. So you had this class on last week on Thursday, I think you said.
Oh, yeah.
And you talked about the pressure cooker. Did you get any sales?
Can I tell them? Okay. I had 9 people on. I invited my team because I wanted them to have the knowledge of the pressure cooker. Only 2 were able to get on. So take those 2 off. That made 7. And out of 7, I sold 3 pressure cookers. The party was $705. And see that right there? I mean, I'm sitting right in my own house. You don't have to make yes November. You can make yes every single month of the year.
I love it. I love it. So guys, give Pam some love. They're already saying all over the thing. They're all going, thank you, Pam. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Pam. We appreciate it. And guys, we'll be hearing from Pam some more. She's going to share some more great recipes with us as we go forward. So thanks, Pam. Good
You're
night.
welcome.
All right, guys. So just to finish us up tonight, I figured you don't mind running a few little minutes over because to get all that great training that you just got. But I want a couple things I want to remind you about. We do have this incredible rewards for you for sharing the opportunity. Remember, we're saying yes to offering to everybody that we come in contact with what this business can do for them. Don't forget that we have five amazing choices for them to start a business right now. And that by getting started now, they can make money right away. And it's all about just making up your mind, getting started and getting going. Also for our new reps, when they get started, when they come in, let's don't do, like just let them in and just leave them. Let's bring them in and give them an opportunity to hold their first party. To, when they say yes, then say, let's go ahead and schedule a party so that we can let everybody know that you've started selling. We'll let them know that you've opened your store. Your Christmas store is open. Let's get everybody together. And you do a party, do an event, do a cooking class, whatever. And so when they have $100 in sales, they're going to be able to get this skillet for free. When they have $250 in their first 30 days, they're going to get $75 for free. And when they have $500 in their first 30 days, now if their launch party is $500, they've already done that. They get $150 retail credit, and they are on the way to even bigger things. Plus, they're making money. Any person who starts and makes money in their first weeks is someone who's going to stick around because they see that they can make money. So let's give everybody that chance. I want to remind you about Thursday. We have our Level Up workshops in Concord, which is right outside of Charlotte. It's near the Concord Mills Mall. If you are within 2 to 3 hours driving distance, guys, I'm going to encourage you to make the effort to be here. This is going to be such a great day. You're going to get some great training. You're going to get fed. You're going to get free Tupperware for coming. And you know what? It's that showing up to learn and grow that's going to get you where you want to go. We have only about 8 seats left for the morning session. We have about 12 seats left for the evening session. So go reserve your seats now. And the challenge was extended till Wednesday night. So if you are coming, you have time to get 2 recruits before Wednesday to get a gift and be recognized at this event. Also, we've got 2.5 more weeks for you to step up. And by doing it this month, you're going to get my fabulous bag with a bonus gift of Tupperware. And it just might have a pressure cooker in it. It just might have a smart multi-cooker. And it just might have a piece of Ovenworks in it. It just might have a mandolin in it. It just might have some knives in it. It just might have a stack cooker in it. So you know what, guys? You don't want to miss out on my bag because it's going to be definitely worth it. And then, of course, we've got a new December brochure coming out, coming up very, very soon. December will be here, but the sampling opens tomorrow. So quick peek at what's coming up for your December brochure. I will let you know, it's all about the new year and getting ready for the new year, getting the things you need for the new year. There's a new booking gift, and it's the cutest little thing. It's called I don't know what they're calling it now. It was a granola bar holder for making your homemade granola bars, but it's really the best thing in the world to hold your readers in. If you wear reader glasses, it's the best thing for that. It's also great for ladies to carry personal care items. My granddaughter uses them for that. And it's also good because you can put your lipsticks and things in them and find them in your bag as well. That's a great booking gift. We have all of the things you need to eat healthy in the new year, all of our meal prep items, tumblers for on the go, the snack cups, all of those great things. We also have the Get Back in Shape. We've got for your protein shakes. You've got your carriers for your protein mix. You've got your shakers, and you've got your extra large water bottle, which everybody's going to need. And then we also have all of these items that are going to give you a beautiful fridge. And they have one of my absolute favorite items there. They have they're calling them like I don't know what they're calling them. It's this little thing right here. We used to call them the Deli Keeper. They're the ones that you can put your sliced meats and cheeses in. They're great too because they'll hold 2 sandwiches in them to take with them. They're just, everybody loves this size, and we very, very seldom have them. So this is going to be huge. You're going to want to promote that one definitely big time. And of course, we've got our pitcher and our dispensers, so that's great. And did you know that your cold brew carafe, the filter on the inside, actually fits into this Clearly Elegant pitcher? So you can actually make a double batch of cold brew at the same time. Say what? I know. Aren't you excited about that? And then, of course, we have all of it on a 2-page flyer. What I want to let you know is that because there was some changes in the marketing plan at a late time, at a last minute. They didn't have time to get the large brochures printed. So we only are going to have the back and forth printed flyer, just the 1-page flyer printed for you to order. The booklet will be digital. So, but this way you'll still have them printed out, so you can use those to give out to people. And hey, it's you can mail that really easily and hand those out really easily also. Sampling opens tomorrow at noon. Not everything will open. About half the things will open tomorrow. The other half will open next Tuesday. Be sure you get your samples. Also, you should have all gotten an email by now about Jubilee. Make sure that you reserve your seat for Jubilee. It is filling up. There won't be very many left. And we're going to close tonight with our quote to close us up. It takes us back to everything we started with. At the end of the day, we are accountable to ourselves, and our success is a result of what we do. So guys, what are you going to do? What are you going to give up today so that you can have what you really want tomorrow? What effort are you going to put in today that you might not see the results of for 2, 3 weeks, months, years? What are you going to do to hold yourself accountable, to show up and stick with it and get where you want to go? Consistency is the key to making things happen. That's the discipline. All right. And so let's really rock and roll with this. Your November brochure ends November the 29th. Your new brochure will open on November 30th. Your catalog goes until the end of December, but we do have a big catalog launch coming for you in December. You'll hear more about that next week. So guys, thanks so much for being on. Can't wait to see you guys Thursday that are coming, and let's have a fabulous 2 days of sales. Okay. Are you ready to boogie on out with me here tonight, guys?
About 68 years ago, over by that tree over there. Yeah. And I remember things changed a lot. In those days in Madagascar, it wasn't so commercial, It wasn't all about money and who's got the latest tree and what leaves are you wearing and who's got the latest fur on their back, Those days it was just me and a couple of the others, doing the jungle boogie,